Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Inatullah from the SAIMEDHA Coaching Center, Koti, Hyderabad. So as we are uploading daily 10 important questions of the subject mathematics over here. So daily we are taking one topic. So as we have started with the topic as functions, for functions we have done the 10 daily important questions. Then limits also, in the yesterday's class we have done some of the 10 questions over there. Okay, 10 questions we have completed. Now let us continue the topic limits over here. Okay, now in one more video we will be continuing the 10 questions. So total 30 questions we will be doing for the limits over here. Okay, 10 questions we have completed. Now in today's class, day 5, okay, day 4 we have done 10 questions of the limits. Now on day 5 of this we will be going to solve more 10 questions of the limits over here. Some more questions, 10 questions we will be solving in the next class, day 6 also. Okay, let us continue this part from the topic limits. Okay, most important questions will be selecting over here. You will be getting similar type of questions. Not if you are not getting the exact question, means similar type of questions you will be getting over here. These are most important questions. Okay, let us continue that part. So already we have done 10 questions now. Now let us see the next question now. Limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos 6x divided by x square. Okay. So in the day 4, what we have done means, whenever we are having the limits and we want to apply that limits to the question, what we are doing, we are substituting the x value over here in the numerator, denominator, whatever the function we are having, we are substituting the x value. After substituting the x value, if you are getting some finite answer, that will be correct. If you are not getting the finite answer, means we are getting some indeterminate form, 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, 0 into infinity, 0 power 0, infinity power 0, okay, 1 power infinity. Like this cases we are getting means, then what we are doing, we are going for somewhat simplification, and we are doing somewhat changes in the questions, then we are applying the limit over there. Okay, now let us see this question also. Now I will tell you an important point over here, shortcut what we are having for all the questions you can apply over here when we are getting indeterminate form. So limit x tends to 0, what we are having, 1 minus cos 6x divided by x square. Okay, this part we are 1 minus cos 6x divided by x square. Now if you are substituting the x value as 0 over here, what will happen? 1 minus 0 means 6 into 0 means 0, cos 0 value is equals to 1. Now divided by x square means 0 square means it will become 0. So we are getting 0 by 0. What we are getting? 0 by 0, which is one of the indeterminate form. What we are having? One of the indeterminate form. Okay, now when we are getting this indeterminate forms, we are having one best shortcut we are having, we can apply for almost questions, maximum questions we can apply over here. Listen this part carefully. Listen this part carefully over here. That part is L'Hospital's rule. What we are having? L'Hospital's rule. Now what is the meaning of L'Hospital's rule over here? Now listen carefully. When we have taken this part, limit x tends to a, whatever the value we are taking, and if it is f of x divided by g of x, and we are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. What we are getting the answer? After applying the limits, whatever the x value will be there, after substituting that x value, if you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, then according to L'Hospital rule, what we have to do means, then limit x tends to a, we have to differentiate that part. F of x will become what? F dash of x divided by g of x will become what? G dash of x. Okay, simple case. Don't take u by v part over here. F of x by g of x means don't take it as u by v formula. Okay, differentiation formula we know now. By using the differentiation formula, we can solve very easily over here. Okay, now so we are taking numerator separately. Numerator separately we have to differentiate. Denominator separately we have to differentiate. Don't take it as u by v condition. Is it clear? So f of x, if you are differentiating, means it will become f dash of x. G of x, if you are differentiating, means it will become what? G dash of x. After differentiating, then substitute the x value. After substituting the x value, we will be getting the answer as some finite value. Some finite value we are getting means that answer will be correct. That answer will be correct. Now, if again, if limit x tends to a, f dash of x divided by g dash of x, this part is also getting 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. After doing differentiation, then we are substituting the x value, then also we are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, means then what we have to do, then we have to do double time differentiation. Limit x tends to a, f double dash of x divided by g double dash of x. Okay, like this we have to do. So how many times we are differentiating this? Till we are getting the finite value. Whenever we are getting the finite value means over there only we have to stop. After getting the finite value, we are doing one more time differentiation means that answer will be wrong. Okay, that answer will become wrong. So what we have to do, how many times we are differentiating over here? Until you are getting the finite value, that many times we are differentiating and we are substituting the x value. Okay, so this is the best shortcut we are having for the topic limits over here. Okay, L'Hospital's rule. Now let us see this question also. So according to a question, we are also getting the answer as 0 by 0 over here. Let us try to apply the L'Hospital rule. Okay. Now limit x tends to 0 we have taken. Now if we have to differentiate this part, d by dx of 1 will become what? 0. You should know the d by dx formula, differentiation formula, you should know. If you know that formula, then only we can solve these questions very easily. So d by dx of constant means 0, minus we have written as it is d by dx of cos x. D by dx of cos x, it is equals to minus sin x. Similarly, d by dx of cos ax, it is equals to minus a sin ax. Okay, this is the formula we are having for this part. So over here also cos ax we are having now. Cos ax means what we can write? Minus a means 6 sin 6x. Okay, now divided by x square. D by dx of x square means what? 2x. Okay, this part we have taken over here. Now let us see this part, what we are getting the answer. Minus into minus plus 6 sin 6x divided by 2x. Now if you are substituting the limits over here, what we are doing? We are substituting the limits now. Limit x tends to 0, 6 sin 6x divided by 2x. Now if you are substituting the limits means what will happen? X value 0 we have taken. 0 means 6 into 0 means what? 0. Sin 0 value, sin 0, 0. So 6 into 0 will become 0, divided by 2 into 0 will become 0. After doing differentiation also, we are getting the answer as 0 by 0 over here. So what we have discussed, again we have to perform the differentiation. Let us do one more time differentiation now. So limit x tends to 0, we are getting this case now. Let us differentiate this. 6 we are writing as it is. 6 we are writing as it is. Now what is the formula for sin ax? D by dx of sin ax. D by dx of sin ax means a cos ax. Okay, now divided by 2x will become what? 2. Okay, now we have to substitute the x value as 0. If you are substituting the x value as 0 over here, this 0 into 6 will become what? 0. Cos 0, cos 0 will become 1. Cos 0 will become 1. 6 6 are 36. 36 divided by 2, which is equals to 2 1s are 2 18s are. So what is the final answer we are getting over here? 18. Okay, so 18 means fourth option is correct. What is the answer we are having? Fourth option is correct. Okay. Now for this we are having one TSR also, shortcut. This is also one of the shortcut only, but again as per the standard limits we are having this part also over here. Listen carefully. Whenever we are having, when we are having limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos ax divided by x, it is equals to 0. Okay. If you are having limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos ax divided by x square, it is equals to a square by 2. Okay, this is a shortcut we are having. Now listen carefully. 1 minus cos ax by x. If you are having x in the denominator, then directly what we have to write the answer? 0. Direct answer we can write it as 0. But in the denominator, if you are having x square, what we are having? X square. Then what we are doing is whatever the a value will be there now, that a square divided by 2. Understood? Let us check this shortcut over here and apply this concept what we are having. So if you are having the question, what is the a value we are having? 6. A square, 6 square means what? 36 divided by 2. So what we are getting? 2 1s are 2 18s are means what is the answer we are having? 18. So with the help of this part also we are getting the answer as 18. But if you are applying this shortcut over here, direct answer we can write over here. We are writing it as a square by 2. A square by 2 means what? 18. Okay. So fourth option is correct. Now let us go for the next question now. Let us go for the next question. Limit x tends to 0, cos 5x minus cos 3x divided by x square. Okay, this part we are having. Now, just now we have taken, similarly for this part also we are having the shortcut. Limit x tends to 0, we have taken 1 minus cos ax divided by, if you are taking this part as x, it is equals to 0. Okay, first formula what we have taken? 1 minus cos ax by x is equals to 0. So 1 minus cos ax by x is equal to 0. Now next part we are taking over here, limit x tends to 0. If you are having 1 minus cos ax divided by x square, it is equals to a square by 2. Okay, this is a second shortcut we have taken. Now one more we are having this part as limit x tends to 0. If you are having cos ax minus cos bx divided by x square, what we are having, cos ax minus cos bx divided by x square, then we have to start from last. Over here also last we have taken a square, we have taken this is 0 only, this is a square. Over here also last what we are having, b square minus a square, b square minus a square divided by 2. Okay, this is the formula. Now similarly let us take this part, what we are having now, limit x tends to 0. If you are taking this part as cos 5x minus cos 3x divided by x square, then what we can write now, b square minus a square by 2. B square means what we are having, 3 square minus 5 square divided by 2, which is equals to 3 square will become what, 9 minus 5 square will become what, 25 divided by 2. So b square minus a square by 2 we have to write. So b square minus a square divided by 2. Okay, so what we are getting the answer now, it is equals to we are getting the answer as minus 16 divided by 2. Minus 16 divided by 2 means final answer 2 ones are 2 8s means minus 8. Okay, what is the answer we are getting, minus 8 means option 4 is correct. Okay, minus 8. Don't do any mistakes in plus or minus sign over here. Okay, now let us go for the next question. Next question we are having it as limit 3x tends to 0, 9 power 3x minus 1 divided by 3x. Okay, now for this we are having one of the standard limit. Listen carefully now. Standard limit we are having. Standard limit we are having. We are having it as limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x, it is equals to log a. What we are having, a power x minus 1 by x is equals to log a. Similarly, what we are having, listen carefully, limit in the place of x, if you are having some other function, whatever it may be, 3x, 5x, x square, x cube, sin x, tan x, log x, whatever it may be, what are the function we are having, a power f of x minus 1 divided by f of x. So what will happen means over here f of x tends to 0, then also it is equals to what, log a. Answer we are having it as same. How we are writing the same answer, listen carefully. Over here x part, this x part and this x part was same. Similarly f of x and f of x is same, then we can write the same answer. Understood? Similarly what we are having now, limit x tends to 0, if you are having e power x minus 1 divided by x, it is equals to what we can write over here, log e, but log e value it is equals to 1. Log e value is equals to what? 1, because log e, if nothing is there in the base means what we have to write, a base e. Log e to the base e is equals to 1, like that we have to remember. Similarly, one more formula we are having it as limit x tends to 0, e power f of x minus 1 divided by f of x. Over here we are having f of x, this part is also f of x, and this part also if you are taking f of x over here, then also it is equals to log e to the base e, it is equals to 1. Okay, so we have taken this standard limits we have taken, this is most important. Now let us take this part, what we are having the question now, limit 3x tends to 0, 9 power 3x minus 1 divided by 3x. Okay, means this function and this function is same, then what we can write the answer now, log a. Log a means what is a value, 9. So log 9 is the answer. Okay, so if you are remembering the standard limits and shortcuts what we are having now, limits topic is very simple, directly within seconds we can give the answers over here. Okay, so log 9 means let us go with the third option. Now let us see the next question now. Next question we are having it similar to this part only, but one more formula we are having over here, limit x tends to 0. If you are having this part as, listen carefully, a power x minus 1 divided by b power x minus 1. For this what we are having the formula, listen carefully, for this we are having the formula as a log a divided by log b, or else we can write this part as log a to the base b. This is one of the formula for a power x minus 1 by b power x minus 1. Similarly, for this what we are having the formula, limit x tends to 0. Now we are having a power x minus b power x divided by x. What we are having? A power x minus b power x divided by x. So what we can write the answer now? We are writing the answer as log a by b. What is the answer now? Log a by b. Similarly over here what we can write? Limit x tends to 0. We are having 5 power x minus 3 power x divided by x. It is equals to. So we can write the final answer as log 5 by 3. This is the final answer. But in the first question what I have told you, we can apply L'Hospital rules now. We have to check that part. If you are substituting the x value as 0 over here, what we are getting the answer? If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0, then directly we can apply the L'Hospital rule. With the help of L'Hospital rule also we are getting the same answer. But these are shortcuts. Direct formula we are having. By using this direct formula we can solve these questions over here. Let us one time let us check that L'Hospital rule also. Okay. So as we are having the question as, what we are having the question, limit x tends to 0, 5 power x minus 3 power x divided by x. Okay. If you are substituting the x value as 0, if you are substituting the x value as 0 means 5 power 0 will become what? 1 minus 3 power 0 will become what? 1 divided by 0. It is equals to 0 by 0 means what? Indeterminate. What we are having? Indeterminate form. So if you are getting indeterminate form, we have to apply L'Hospital rule. Okay, we are applying L'Hospital rule over here. Applying L'Hospital's rule. If you are applying L'Hospital rule, what we have to do? We have to differentiate that part. So limit x tends to 0, 5 power x. 5 power x, it is actually looking like what? A power x formula. What is d by dx of a power x? A power x into log a. A power x into log a means 5 power x into log a means log 5. Okay, minus. Now next, again this part is a power x means a power x into log 3 divided by d by dx of x means what? 1. Okay, now we have to substitute the limit value. X value if you are substituting. X value if you are substituting over here means 5 power 0. 5 power 0 means what? 1. 5 power 0 means 1. 1 into log 5 means log 5. Okay. Now next, 3 power 0 means what? 1. 1 into log 3 means what? Log 3. Log 3 divided by 1. Now it is looking like log a minus log b. What is the formula for log a minus log b? Log a minus log b, it is equals to log a by b. Similarly, log a plus log b, it is equals to log a into b. Okay, so we are writing this part as log 5 by 3. Okay, so same answer we are getting over here, but again if you are using the L'Hospital rules also, it is taking somewhat more steps. If you are remembering this direct formula, directly we can write the answers. No need to write a single step also. By seeing the options only, we can say the answer over here. Okay, so according to our answer, let us go with fourth option, log 5 by 3. Now what is the next question we are having now? Next question is limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus e power x divided by tan x minus x. Okay. Now listen here carefully what we are doing in this question. Limit x tends to 0. Again I am telling you, after substituting the x value as 0, if you are getting 0 by 0, then we can apply L'Hospital rule. Okay. But I am going with another method over here. Let us check that part what we are having. So e power tan x minus e power x divided by tan x minus x. Okay. This part we have taken. Now let us try to take e power x as common. What we are trying to take over here, limit x tends to 0. If you are trying to take e power x as common, okay. If you are taking e power x as common, over here 1 will be left. Over here 1 will be left. But in this part we are not having e power x. If you are not having e power x means what we have to do? We have to write in denominator e power x. Okay, like this we have taken. Divided by, now we are writing this part same, tan x minus x. Okay, this part we have written same. Now which is equals to limit x tends to 0, e power x we have written as it is. Okay, now listen here, bases are same in division, power should be subtracted. Bases are same in division, power should be subtracted. So what we can write over here, e power tan x minus x minus 1 divided by tan x minus x. Okay, this part we have taken over. Now as we are having two functions, means this is one function, we have to apply the limit for this part as well as we are applying the limit for this one. Okay, so limit x tends to 0, e power x we have taken into, as we are having into, then again we are applying the limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus 1 divided by tan x minus x. Okay, this part we have taken. Now listen carefully. X value is 0. X value is 0 means e power 0 will become what? 1. E power 0 means what? 1. Okay, so this part we are getting it as 1 over here, 1 into. Now just now we have taken this formula now. We have written this formula just now. E power x minus 1 by x is equals to log e is equals to 1. E power f of x means this f of x part and this f of x part should be same, and similarly this part will be there. Okay, so over here also what we are getting, let us see this part. Over here this is f of x and this is also f of x. Okay, function, this function is same, this function is same over here. Similarly over here also we will be getting the same part. We can assume that part. If it is not there we can assume, but this 2 should be compulsory. Okay, na? This 2 function should be compulsory. Over here we can assume that part it is means a tan x minus x only. Then what we can write, e power f of x minus 1 by f of x means it is also equals to 1. So 1 into 1 means what? 1. So which option will be correct now? Second option. Okay, second option is correct. Now let us go for the next question. Limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x divided by x, log 1 plus x divided by x. So we are having one of the property over here, basic property of limit we are having. One of the property, basic property of limits. Whenever we are having this case now, limit x tends to a, log of f of x, log of f of x. If you are having this part means what we have to do, log we have to write as it is, listen carefully, log we have to write as it is, and we are applying the limits for the inside function, limit x tends to a f of x. Understood the point? What the means property we are having? Whenever we are having log of f of x, log of f of x means log we are writing as it is and we are applying the limits for the what? Function. Similarly, now we are having 2 logs over here. So let us do one thing, this log we are writing as it is and we are applying the limit for the inside part over here. Again in that also we are having log, okay. But let us try to do that part. If you are applying the limit now, limit x tends to 0, we are having log of 1 plus x divided by x. Okay, this part we have taken. Now again if you are substituting the x value as 0, log 1 value is equal to 0, 0 by 0 means indeterminate form, we have to apply the L'Hospital rule. After applying the L'Hospital rule, then we can solve this part, or else by using L'Hospital rule also we can solve, or else we are having one of the again TSR for this part. What is the TSR means? Limit x tends to 0, if you are having log of 1 plus ax divided by x, it is equals to a. What we are having? Log of 1 plus ax divided by x, it is equals to a. So similarly over here what we are having, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus ax divided by x, a value, what is a value we are having? 1. So for this complete part, what we are getting the answer? 1. What we are getting the answer? 1 means a value is equals to 1. What is left over here? Log. So log 1 it is equals to 0. Don't leave this part. Don't leave this one. For this we are getting the answer as 1. But again log we are having. Log 1 it is equals to what? 0. Okay. So first option is correct. Now let us go for the next question now. Again it is similar type of question over here. Let us see this part. Limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x divided by 3 power x minus 1. 3 power x minus 1. Okay. Now listen carefully. Again we are substituting the x value as 0 over there. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0, we have to apply the L'Hospital rule. That condition is applicable for all the questions whenever we are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. Okay. Now let us see this question what we are having. But what I am doing means, let us assume this limit x tends to 0, we are dividing both this numerator and denominator by x. Log of 1 plus x divided by x we have taken, whole divided by 3 power x minus 1 by x. I am dividing both numerator and denominator by what? X. Now we are applying the limit for this part separately, this part separately. Okay. So let us write over here, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x divided by x, whole divided by limit x tends to 0, 3 power x minus 1 by x, it is equals to. Okay. Now listen carefully what we are having. So just now we have written the formula, log of 1 plus ax by x is equals to what? A. So over here what is a value? A value is equals to 1 divided by. Now over here also we have taken a power x minus 1 by x is equals to log a. So in this part also what we are writing? Log a. Log a means log, what is a value? 3. Okay. So what is the answer we are getting over here? 1 by log 3. 1 by log 3 means fourth option is correct. Okay, fourth option is correct. Now let us go for the next question now. Limit extends to infinity minus x cube plus 8 divided by 2x square plus 5x plus 7. Okay, this part we have taken over here. Now let us see this part over here. Limit x tends to infinity minus x cube plus 8 divided by 2x square plus 5x plus 7. Okay, now listen here, what is the shortcut we are having? Best shortcut we are having for this part over here, TSR, time saving result. What we are having? Time saving result. Now whenever we are having limit x tends to infinity, till now maximum formula we have taken limit x tends to 0 only, limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, over here also limit x tends to 0, in this part also limit x tends to 0, maximum we have taken limit x tends to 0 only. But whenever we are having limit x tends to infinity, what we are having now? Limit x tends to infinity, and it is f of x divided by g of x, f of x divided by g of x, then what is the shortcut we are having? Now listen carefully. So coefficient of highest degree term, what we are having? Coefficient of a highest degree term divided by, again in the denominator also what we have to do? Coefficient of highest degree term. Okay, now what is the concept we are having? Is listen carefully. First we have to find out what is the highest degree term we are having from the complete question. From the complete question we have to find out the highest degree term what we are having. Okay, now so after finding the highest degree term, we have to take the coefficient of that highest degree term from the numerator, and then again coefficient of that highest degree term from the denominator. That's it. Okay, now listen carefully what we are having. So from this complete question, what is the highest degree term we are having? The highest degree term is x cube we are having. Now listen carefully. So what is the coefficient? Coefficient means what? Number. Before the x cube, what is the number written now? So that will be a coefficient. So what is the coefficient of x cube in the numerator? Minus 1 divided by, what is the coefficient of x cube? X cube only. Don't take separately, don't take separate numerator, separate denominator over here. Okay, from the complete question we have to find out highest degree term. After finding highest degree term, what is the coefficient of highest degree term in the numerator? Minus 1. What is the coefficient of highest degree term? Means x cube in the denominator. Means we are not having any x cube over here. If you are not having x cube, means coefficient we have to take it as what? 0. Now as we know, 0 by 1 it is equals to 0, 1 by 0 it is equals to infinity. Similarly, minus 1 by 0 means a minus infinity. Don't do this mistake again. If you are having minus 1 by 0 means we have to go from minus infinity. If you are having 1 by 0 means we have to write it as plus infinity. Okay, now so let us go with option 4. Option 4 is correct. Now let us see the next question over here. Similar type of question we are having. Limit x tends to infinity under root x power 4 plus 1 minus 2x square minus 1 divided by x square. Same concept we are having over here. What we have to do? Limit x tends to infinity. We are having f of x divided by g of x. It is equals to, what we have to do? Coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. Okay, this TSR we have to apply. So let us write the question now. Limit x tends to infinity, we are having under root x power 4 plus 1 minus 2x square minus 1 divided by x square. Okay, now listen carefully. Now what is the highest degree term we are having in the means complete question. From the complete question, what is the highest degree term we are having? The highest degree term from this complete question, you can't take it as x power 4. Don't take it as x power 4 because we are having under root for that one now. We are having under root for that one, x power 4. Let us assume that we are having under root x power 4. We are having under root x power 4. So what we can do over here, square root gets cancelled. It will become what? X square. It will become what? X square. But we can't give that. But let us assume that. If you are assuming that we are having this under root for x power 4, then it will become what? X square. So don't take x power 4 as the highest degree term. Don't take x power 4 as the highest degree term. after giving that square root only, then we have to take it as highest degree term. Okay, now. So if you are giving this under root for this x power 4 means it is becoming x power 4, x square. If it is becoming x square, now from this complete question, what is the highest degree term we are having? X square only we are having over here. Yes or no? X square we are having. So now listen carefully. Now we have to take out the coefficient of x square from numerator and from denominator. Okay. Now what's the coefficient of x square? This is becoming x square now. What's the coefficient we are having? 1. So 1, and over here also we are having x square. So what's the coefficient we are having? -2. So 1 minus 2 divided by, what's the coefficient of x square in the denominator? Denominator means 1. It is equals to 1 minus 2 means what? -1. Minus 1 by 1 means -1. Like this we have to do. Understood now? So whenever we are having the under root concept, we have to assume that. We have to assume that part. We can't give this under root for x power 4 separately, 1 separately. We can't give that part. But we are assuming that if you are giving that under root for this one, it is becoming x square. So after becoming x square, what is the highest degree term? X square. We have to take the coefficients of x square from numerator. We have to take the coefficient of x square from denominator. So over here we are having 1, and again we are having x square now. So it is -2. So -2 divided by 1. Okay, like this we have taken over. So -1. -1 means which option? First option is correct. Okay. Now let us go for the next question over here. Last question we are having now. Limit n tends to infinity. N tends to infinity. 3 into 2 power n plus 1 minus 4 into 5 power n plus 1 by 5 into 2 power n plus 7 into 5 power n. Over here whatever the formula we have written now. So this over here f of x and g of x belongs to algebraic functions. Belongs to what? Algebraic functions. Then we are selecting highest degree terms. Similarly, over here also we will be having the same formula only. Limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, it is equals to coefficient of coefficient of what? Highest base term divided by coefficient of highest base term. But in this case what we are doing means f of x and g of x belongs to exponential functions. Okay, this part we have taken. So formula is same, we have to take the highest value only, coefficient of highest degree term. Over here we are having base term. Okay, so functions we have to decide. Now let us write the question over here. What we are having? Limit n tends to infinity, 3 into 2 power n plus 1 minus 4 into 5 power n plus 1 divided by 5 into 2 power n plus 7 into 5 power n. Now we have to find out the highest base what we are having. Base means what is the base number we are having? 5. What is the base number? 5. What is the base number? 2. What is the base number? 2. Okay. So we have to find out the highest base what we are having. Highest base is 5 only over here, but we can't take directly over here. Now listen carefully. First we have to do the simplification. In the powers it should not be written like this. Only power n, power x should be there. It should not be n plus 1, n minus 2 like that. It should not be there. We have to simplify that part first. So what we are doing simplification means limit n tends to infinity. 3 we have written as it is. 2 power, for this we are writing it as 2 power n into 2 power 1. What we have written for this one? 2 power n into 2 power 1, because bases are same. In multiplication power should be added. Okay, this part we have taken. Now similarly for this one, minus 4 into 5 power n into 5 power 1. Bases are same, in multiplication power should be added, divided by 5 into 2 power n plus 7 into 5 power n. So what it is becoming now? Limit n tends to infinity. 2 power n means what? 2. 2 3s are 6. 6 into 2 power n. Now next 4 5s are 20 minus 20 into 5 power n divided by 5 into 2 power n plus 7 into 5 power n. So this is a simplification we have done. After doing simplification, now we have to find what is the highest base. Highest base means what we are having? We are having this part as 2 power n, we are having 5 power n. Obviously 5 is highest base we are having. So we have to take out the coefficient of that part. Okay. Now what is the coefficient of 5 power n? 5 power n coefficient from the numerator. 5 power n coefficient in the numerator means minus 20 divided by, okay. Now what is the coefficient of 5 power n in the denominator? 5 power n denominator, what we are having? 7, okay. So we are getting the value as minus 20 by 7, okay. So minus 20 by 7 means what? Fourth option is correct. So with this we have completed 10 more questions, 10 daily important questions of the topic limits, okay na. So as we are already again and again we are telling you over here, we are providing the golden opportunity for the ECET 2024 students. ECET 2024 students, okay, for that students only we are providing all the online course with the materials on the occasion of Engineers Day. Already we have discussed that part. So online course with materials only for 4,900 rupees only, okay, 4,900, okay. And this offer, it is valid from already it has been started, it will be valid up to October 15, 2023. With the materials we are giving, you have to download the app SAIMEDHA.in. If you want any information regarding this part, you can contact on the scrolling numbers. Thank you very much.